Alright guys, so let's talk about the new guild boss, and that is gonna be no other than Machine God of the Eternal Void. So this boss is gonna be focusing on the water element as well as the water team that is going to be newly made with Menthol and Seltzer Cookie, along with the buff that Sea Fairy Cookie actually got in order to deal more damage in PvE. So let's look at this team, and this team was actually hinted again by Dev Sisters during their preview video, a trailer video, and all of that stuff. They used this particular team, and it does look like this team is going to be the best one so far in order to deal as much damage as possible to this boss. There still is apparently a kind of a bug going on where if you do somehow max stack Seltzer and stuff like that, Menthol is just going to do so much damage and you're going to like deal some insane damage that was not intended, but that is going to get fixed. Still, this is going to be one of the best builds, if not the best build that people are figuring out right now. Of course, mine, as you guys can see, my Menthol is going to be at 4-star promotion, so not going to deal as much damage as some of the videos that you'll see. This one is by Coconut. He was able to deal over 21 billion. I know some of the top guild people are hitting close to, if not over, 27 billion as well. So let's go over it. So it's going to be with Cream Soda, as well as Sea Fairy with the Crystal Jam, and Frilled Jellyfish with the Magic Candy, Menthol, and Seltzer. And we are using the standard treasures, and the whistle is going to Sea Fairy and our Menthol. So let's go over the build here real quick, and then the biscuits, so that you guys are able to see what you want to be focusing on. So first of all, for Cream Soda, I am using a mixture build here, and we are focusing on trying to get around that 29% cooldown. I'm a little lacking on that, but still, you know, you guys can work around it. And then around 7.5% attack speed, and then the rest is going to go into attack and crit. Crit percentage, you only actually need about 6% if you guys do have every one of these cookies in order to get max crit percentage. All right, so just keep that in mind. If you guys are working with more, then you guys can remove some of those, and then you guys can add it on to some extra attack or attack speed, whichever you guys are lacking in. All right, and then the biscuit right now is gonna be 3 water damage and 1 crit, but the best one is going to be 4 water damage. I just don't have enough Radiant Biscuit though right now. I did get lucky, and when I actually redeemed the Surging Biscuit from the mailbox, they actually gave me 2 water damage, so I only needed to roll this one, and then hopefully I can fix this one. But that is what I got, so I'm working with that. More water damage, the better it is. If not, maybe you guys can just go with full on like attack speed, or even just like attack and things like that. All right, or you guys can go with the cooldown and then just get a full on attack topping. Next one is going to be Frilled Jellyfish, another mixture build focusing on around that 21% cooldown here for Frilled Jellyfish, and then we are focusing around that 8% attack speed, and then the rest is going into attack and crit percentage again. Crit only 6%. We are going with the hopefully full cooldown biscuit here, but I do have attack speed, so I actually did not put any attack speed and just went with full on crit and attack and cooldown. So full cooldown is going to be best, because then you're going to be able to replace another one of those toppings as well, or maybe put less cooldown on your raspberries and just focus on other subsets as well. Next one is Sea Fairy 2 mixture build. We are going with around 29% cooldown here with around 4% attack speed, and then focusing on the crit and attack again, 6%, and then the rest on attack. We want to do a full water damage here as well, but again, just got unlucky here, and I just don't have enough Radiant Biscuit though, so I went with whatever I got, and then I'm filling in the rest. So just keep that in mind. Best one is going to be water damage. Okay, guys, next one is going to be Seltzer. Seltzer is using another mixture build here as well, around 35% cooldown if possible, with around if you guys can get up to like 13% is what is recommended. And then of course we have the crit and attack, and then the rest of the biscuit is going to be cooldown. I have 1 crit, which I will need to go and change up later down the line, but that is what we have so far. And last one is going to be Menthol. Menthol is going to be our main damage dealer here. It's going to be around 9% cooldown, and then around 2% attack speed, 6% crit, and then the rest is going to be on that attack. And then the biscuit, of course, is going to be a full on water damage. I got lucky with this one. So I actually did get all 4 liner, and mental is gonna do damage. Just need a little bit more promotion because my guy is only at 4 stars. But to put it simple, if you guys don't want to go for all of the little, details, then just max out on the cooldown on every single one of these cookies using raspberry if you guys would like to do so. And then for those of you guys who do not have the water type biscuit, then you can literally just put cooldown, 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 and cooldown, and then water type damage. But that is also available if you guys would like to go the super simple easy route. And then we do have Sea Fairy. So Sea Fairy 2, if you guys are able to get it up to the maximum, then the rally effect is gonna really help out. If not, then at least just get it up as much as possible so that you guys are able to do a little bit more damage, but really there for that rally effect. Alright, so let's go into the practice mode. Let me just show you guys this team in action, and then I'll show you guys the run that Coconut is doing as well. First of all, it's gonna be pretty simple. This one is gonna be more of an auto build, spam build, except in the beginning. If you guys want to, then I believe there are some people who are like timing every little thing, but that's just not something that I can personally do. I just like autoing, so I'm sharing you guys with what I got. All right, so let's go into it. So first of all, it's gonna be Q cream soda, and then once that stair comes up, I'm just gonna slow it down to that 0.5%. all right, and the next one is gonna be at 59. all right, we are gonna use seltzer here. I'm gonna use seltzer, and now I'm gonna use jellyfish here. And then we're going to use Sea Fairy, let that cast, and then mental is going to go. Alright, that was a little bit of a mess up because, if the skill doesn't happen exactly on time, then you're not going to be able to, keep that auto cast. Alright, I believe the timer, you guys are able to set it so that you guys are able to see literally to the milliseconds of it. Alright, right now, as you guys can see on mine, you don't see the millisecond. So it's a little bit harder to cast exactly at time. But you guys are going to be able to see around there 12, 13 billion depending on what you got. Right now, again, my mental is at 4-star promo, so it's a little bit less damage. But 16 billion coming out from our mental. Second damage dealer is going to be our Sea Fairy here. And then it's going to be cream soda as well as our seltzer. But that is kind of what we have going on for this particular team. If you guys do not have certain cookies like these, alright, then Captain Caviar is a decent replacement. I have been getting questioned whether Manju and Jaggi are going to be okay. Personally speaking, they're not that good for the guild boss because of the fact that they're technically not really focusing on that PvE side, especially like Manju's is super slow in the attack. You're doing extra damage to cookies rather than really PvE side. Non-cookies, right? It's a little bit harder to really try to get that much damage off compared to what we got with mental and seltzer. I would definitely say, if anything, Captain Caviar. You can utilize someone like Black Pro if you don't have Sea Fairy possibly, or if sometimes if you guys don't have anything, then Star Coral is a decent replacement for just getting those buffs out for your team as well. So those are going to be a couple of the replacements that you guys do have. But this is pretty much the best team that we got. But if you guys go to the settings though, you guys are able to see the millisecond for the battle time. So if you guys put that on, then you're going to be able to really just time it at that exact moment of when the cookies want to attack or use his skill. So I'm going to show you the run that Coconut did. This is not going to be his best run, but a very good run that he did share with me. So you guys are able to see right over here. Once he does go in, he's going to have that millisecond. So he's going to slow it down right as they enter the stairs. And then he's going to use all of the abilities around that time of that 59, 58 seconds. And then let the cream soda autocast. He does have the stuff off, the animations off, so that does also help out in just dealing and focusing on the actual skill. He does slow down at the very end or at middle of the battle because he wanted to make sure that he's not wasting any time here, so that he's able to really just spam the skill as soon as possible. So that is gonna be available also, that if you guys want to do it that way. But again, for me personally, I like to just speed it up, and then I just like to just use this skill as soon as possible. Whenever I can, I just mash the buttons. So there is that. But yeah, he's gonna do a ton of damage. He's gonna have around, like, again, 21 billion. I believe he gets up to like 23 right now. But that 5-star ascendant mental doing that 30 billion damage is kind of insane. So I have to focus on trying to get it up as well. So yeah, that's pretty much what we got. If you guys have any questions, then let me know down in the comments below. But yeah, thank you, Coconut, for the help of the builds and sharing the damage. And yeah, I'll catch you guys all in the next video.